For decades, we've been told to fear eggs. They're bad for your heart, they'll clog your arteries. Then, almost overnight, we were told to eat them. They're a superfood, a perfect protein. So what's the actual truth? If you're cracking open for eggs every single morning, are you supercharging your health and building a better body? Or are you secretly setting yourself up for a future health disaster? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. And what I'm about to share could completely change how you think about your diet, especially your breakfast. Stick with me, because this is one of the biggest debates in nutrition, and we're going to settle it right now. Let's start with the good stuff. Why are so many people, from bodybuilders to health gurus, obsessed with eggs? Let's imagine your body as a high-performance machine. What happens when you fuel it with 4 eggs? First and foremost, you're getting a massive protein injection. We're talking about 24 grams of the highest quality protein you can find in food. This isn't just any protein. It contains all 9 essential amino acids, the fundamental building blocks your body needs for everything from repairing tissue to building lean muscle. This is why you feel so full and satisfied after an egg-based meal that protein keeps hunger at bay for hours, helping you avoid those mid-morning snack attacks. But the benefits go way beyond just protein. Let's talk about a nutrient you've probably never heard of, but is incredibly important: choline. Eggs are one of the absolute best dietary sources of choline, and it's a true brainpower nutrient. Choline is essential for creating acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that helps with memory, mood, and muscle control. The crazy part, it's estimated that about 90% of the population doesn't get enough of this crucial nutrient. So, those 4 eggs are not just feeding your muscles, they're literally feeding your brain, helping you stay sharp and focused throughout the day. And we're not done yet. Ever wonder why egg yolks have that vibrant yellow-orange color? That color comes from powerful antioxidants called lutein and zeaxanthin. Think of these as internal sunglasses for your eyes. They accumulate in your retina and help protect your eyes from harmful blue light, the kind that is constantly blasting us from our phones, computers, and TV screens. Over time, this protection can significantly lower the risk of age-related eye conditions like macular degeneration and cataracts. So, in a way, eating eggs every day is an investment in your long-term vision. You get protein for your body, choline for your brain, and a protective shield for your eyes, all packed into one small, powerful shell. That's a pretty compelling case for the superhero side of eggs. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room. The one word that has given eggs their bad reputation for half a century: cholesterol. This is the heart of the great egg debate. For years, we were told that eating cholesterol-rich foods like eggs would directly raise our blood cholesterol levels, leading to heart disease. For eggs contain roughly 740 milligrams of cholesterol, which is more than double the old recommended daily limit. So, you must be clogging your arteries, right? Well, here's where the science gets really interesting and personal. This is the core of our key point today. For the vast majority of people, about 70% of the population, dietary cholesterol has very little to no effect on their blood cholesterol. It's a fascinating biological system. When you eat more cholesterol, your body, specifically your liver, simply produces less of it to maintain a stable balance, or homeostasis. Your body is smart, it adjusts. For this 70%, eating 4 eggs a day, or even more, won't move the needle on their cholesterol labs in any meaningful way. It's like pouring water into a full bucket that has an overflow valve. The body just gets rid of the excess. However, it's not the same for everyone. There's another group, making up about 30% of the population, known as hyperresponders. For these individuals, their genetics cause them to be more sensitive to dietary cholesterol. When they eat a lot of cholesterol-rich foods, their bodies don't downregulate their own production as efficiently. As a result, eating 4 eggs a day could potentially lead to a noticeable increase in their LDL cholesterol, which is often referred to as the bad cholesterol. So, the million-dollar question of whether eggs are bad for your cholesterol doesn't have a universal answer. The effect depends entirely on your unique genetics and your individual biology. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. So, if for most people the cholesterol in eggs isn't the problem, what is? What's the real danger we should be worried about? Here's the truth. The egg is often judged by the company it keeps. Let's paint 2 different pictures. Picture 1, a plate with 4 scrambled eggs, but they're sitting next to a pile of greasy bacon, a couple of processed sausage links, and 2 slices of buttered white toast. This entire meal is loaded with saturated fat, sodium, and refined carbohydrates. In this context, the eggs are part of an overall unhealthy meal pattern that can absolutely contribute to health problems over time. Now, picture 2, the same for scrambled eggs, but this time they're paired with half an avocado, a handful of spinach, and a side of whole grain toast. This plate is a nutritional powerhouse. You've got high-quality protein and healthy fats from the eggs and avocado, fiber from the spinach and toast, and a wealth of vitamins and minerals. It's a completely different story. The egg itself isn't the villain. The context is everything. The real problem often isn't the egg, but what we eat with it. Frying them in unhealthy oils or pairing them with processed foods is what turns a superfood into a component of a detrimental meal. So before you blame the egg, look at everything else on the plate. So, let's bring it all together and figure out the final verdict. Should you be eating 4 eggs a day? Here's a simple action plan to help you decide. Eating 4 eggs a day is likely an excellent healthy choice for you if you are an active individual, you are generally healthy with no pre-existing metabolic conditions, and you're committed to eating a balanced diet full of whole foods. In this scenario, the protein, vitamins, and minerals from the eggs will likely do you a world of good. However, you should proceed with caution and most importantly, talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian. If you have existing conditions like type 2 diabetes or known heart disease, or if you have a known genetic predisposition to high cholesterol, like familial hypercholesterolemia. For this group, particularly the hyperresponders we talked about, a high daily intake of eggs might not be the best strategy without medical supervision. So what's the ultimate, foolproof way to know? The single best piece of advice I can give you is this: get your blood tested. Establish a baseline, then try incorporating 4 eggs a day for a few weeks, and then get tested again. See how your body responds. Your own biomarkers are the only real truth. Data doesn't lie. That's the only way to move beyond general advice and find out for sure what works for your unique body. To recap, for most people, eggs are a nutritional powerhouse. The real cholesterol debate comes down to your personal genetics, and the real dietary danger often comes from what you eat alongside your eggs, not the eggs themselves. In the end, it's not just about the eggs, it's about you, your body, and your overall diet. If this video helped clear up some of the confusion around this topic, do me a favor and smash that like button. It really helps the channel and tells YouTube you want to see more no-nonsense, nutrition truths just like this. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video. And now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know how many eggs you eat and how they make you feel. Thanks for watching.